welcome back. I am Emily from the G.I. Joe marketing team, here with Lenny from design. We promised you more details about the Skystriker, and so here we go.
All right, so we're gonna start off with some of those little aesthetic details that are kind of like punching it up to the next level. So the first one is opening up some of the fuselage compartments to show you we actually separate a lot of those parts in there. Where it used to just be a molded part, it's actually all the wiring and all the circuitries, a secondary part put inside of there. It gives a nice break, gives a nice depth to it, so it kind of brings the Skystriker to life even more. Beyond that, I actually want to show you guys today the features, which we didn't have a lot of time to show you during PulseCon. So starting off with our landing gear. So the way the landing gear works, I'm actually going to take this off and stand, which is pretty cool how it goes on there. It's like a dog bone system, as you see there, where it goes inside there. And you'll notice that the fuel tank is missing. That's because in this version, unlike the original version, the fuel tank is removable. We wanted to give you guys that option. All right, so the way the landing gear works, you see here that there's the tow hook, just like on a real jet. When you pull on that,
wow,
comes out. Check that out, pretty rad. And it's got some really good action too. This is just an engineering model. From here, we'll actually be making the actual toy. That's next stage. But you can see even on the engineering model, the action is really nice. So as you can see, we could put it back on there using that dog bone pin or weapon rail system. Just give me a moment here. It goes right on there just like so. So what's cool about that is coming in for a landing. It's pretty cool, it's coming in for a landing. But if you don't want it to land, you can put the landing gear back in, raise them back up, and then pull on that feature and have that old school, really cool wing sweep feature on there, which is separated, so it's super cool. We actually were able to go in there and add a little more scribe detail on the wings too to really bring this thing to life. So let's close those wings back up, and I'm gonna spin this guy around for you, show you what's going on in the back. So these are speed brakes. So we've articulated the speed brakes. So as you can see here, just like on an F-14, you can pull on that and you will have the speed brakes coming down. Take a look at that, pretty cool. Also the top and the bottom do it as well. So as you can see, if I get that on the shot. And these are independent of each other, each one of the brakes on the bottom. So take a look, pretty rad. Now let's talk about the stand, because the stand is something we weren't really able to get into a lot of details on for you guys. So let's take this guy off. You can see it goes off just like that. There's those dog pins at the bottom, as I mentioned earlier. And the stand's pretty rad. So the stand's cool because we have the dog bone pins or the weapon rails on the side, so you can actually put your missiles, your rockets on the side there. You can articulate up top here, so you can put the jet into banking mode. You can have it taking off. You can have it landing, as we just showed you. And in the back, we made sure to leave it open, so you can put as many pieces and blast effects in there that you are not using at that particular point in time. Felt storage is very important on this guy.
Not like it comes with a lot of blast effects or anything.
Yeah, it's not like we loaded it up or anything like that.
No, not at all.
So it's really cool. This is something we actually took a lot of time in to make sure it worked right, because we typically at Hasbro don't do a lot of stands like this. So it was kind of a new undertaking for us. So it was really fun. We're really happy with the way it came out. That being said, I think I can show you guys how to load this thing up with all of his weapons, gear, arsenal, and blast effects.
Yeah. So while Lenny is loading that up, I will just give you guys a little bit of a reminder that don't forget to go to HasbroPulse.com to back the G.I. Joe Skystriker HasLab by December 7th at midnight Eastern Time. You really want to get in on this. We are so excited about this project. As Lenny has been talking to you about, like, this thing is loaded out. It is the ultimate version of the Skystriker. And I mean, truly, it comes with basically everything you need to recreate a realistic military runway experience.
That's right.
A la the pit, the G.I. Joe Command Center. So while Lenny is doing that loadout, you know, with all of these videos, we have been highlighting some of our, as we've been bringing back to celebrate bringing back our O-ring scale, we are talking about some of our old O-ring figures from the 80s and 90s. So today, our fancy figure is the Destro from 1993 that came with a disc weapons launcher. I think that he is fantastic. I mean, I love a good Destro. Anybody who has a shiny face mask is like a winner in my book, but really, I cannot believe that we were able to include this weapons launcher with him. So it came with little plastic discs and actually allowed you to, launch them. I think that he is so great. His necklace, the deep V on his outfit.
Oh, Destro is the originator of the deep V.
Yeah, it's, he's pretty majestic, guys. So did you have this version of Destro? Did you have a version of Destro as an O-ring figure? Let us know in the comments. Let us know what figures you'd like to see in these videos in the future. let's check in on Lenny and his fancy loadout.
Oh,
wow, that looks amazing.
You know what's crazy?
Oh, yeah.
I was loading out the bottom, the weapon stand, and then I forgot. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got all the other rockets and missiles to put on there too. Which I was kind of like, oh, we're looking a little empty. So what's cool, it's just like on a real jet. We looked at a lot of jet images online to see how do you get that really cool, like completely loaded out Tomcat. And we tried to replicate it our best as possible. And as you can see here, that's the weapon rail system that's on there currently, which are removable. So you can take the weapon rails off, so you can kind of customize your jet the way you want it to be.
And so we are, again, so excited about the Skystriker. Don't forget to go over to Hasbro Pulse to back the Skystriker so that you too can get to load out your Skystriker to your heart's content.
Yeah, I mean, I could go through all this, but you guys kind of get the point.
Yeah,
I mean, look at this.
It comes with a lot of stuff. It is fully decked out. It is gorgeous. I cannot wait to see it with all of its deco and paint.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Oh, all of the labels. Don't forget we have all those customization details too.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of which, these are designed to come off easily. That way you can switch out the tails to be the black fins as opposed to the gray fins, which were sold in the original one. We want to recreate that box art. So if you're going to make your fleet,
Yep. So
you can switch and mix
2
them
sets
in.
of tail fins. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you in the next update video. Bye, everybody.